all tied up like a captive. I want you. Used to pay my mind like standing on rainbows, playing it cool. I haven't felt this in ages, and I know my patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer. You're making me stronger, making me Ain't no luck finding real love. Gotta know where to look. Time moves fast, and I roll up. Yeah, I want to. Used to pay my mind like standing on rainbows, playing it cool. I haven't felt this in ages, and I know my patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer. You're making me stronger, making me What can I do to make you stay a little longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a little longer. You're making me stronger, making me stronger.
Good morning, good morning. How are we doing here today? Hope we're all having a good one as the bell rang. Starting to see some crazy price action out here. Looking at the VIX today, it is popping up a little bit. Of course, we'll look at it here at open, moving a bit differently, but the SPY was dipping down quite a bit from last night into today, bouncing around $600. I guess it's good to see it hold that again. If you're a bull. Personally, I'm getting more bearish now in the short term myself, unless we see some crazy news come out supporting a ceasefire or something along those lines. How's it going? How's it going, though? Toby, Xavier, Bringing Truth, Steve, Mason, Charles, Yusus, Autumn, Chill, Carl, Adventure, ACOP, Jake, Jason, Vow. Let's get it. I like it, Chill. Top of the morning. That's what we like. Go see Powell's here out here. Pulling back a bit. I know this one was hot yesterday. I wanted to make sure I checked in on them. I knew in pre-market they were looking really good again. But at open, uh-oh. Pretty nasty for them. The SPY had that nice green candle at open initially. Look at NVIDIA up and down. SPY starting to pull back slightly too. He says chop. What do you know about chop, Chill? What's up, Brain? Mr. Woo. Watch list today. First thing off the bat. NNE leading the way. No way NNE continued at open. That's awesome. BBAI. Very nice candles. Extending up well above $4.10, $4.15. It's getting way above the high from yesterday. Happy Tuesday, Robert. Taco Tuesday. CVX 147.50. Where's Tessie going? They're actually so mixed today. Let's look at that hourly. Been kind of stuck here. I'm pretty conflicted on Tesla. I guess I would lean down, but a lot of conflicting price action here.
There's a distance between us.
What area would you take a call?
It's getting hard to reach out.
In this scenario, in this specific setup with Tesla, I would only really want to get a call if we started to see significant price action and movement, like back above some of these key resistances, like well, I'm looking at 329.50, but you might as well say 330. If we start to see like a good bounce off of the support that it's at now, you could maybe try to enter to keep your risk reward really good, but you'd have to cut fast if we saw a breakdown. And honestly, considering all the Israel shit, I would not be surprised if there was a breakdown at some point. Zavi pointed to AEVA yesterday. Pumping nice. AEVA. AEVA Technologies. It does seem to be doing pretty consistent again. Looking at the daily, they seem to never stop. Ride it till it stops. Go back at Tessie. These bigger stocks today are just kind of stuck in the middle of their ranges. Definitely the growth stocks getting some more action, of course. Chewy I saw climbing the watch list. Chewy looks pretty damn good. They got crushed on earnings a little while ago, but they're coming back great today. This looks pretty awesome. CRM 1.22%. They're actually coming back pretty well here. Good green candles on the morning. CRM, you know, they've been dipping a little bit. Bouncing around 260, little double bottom over the past few weeks. Pretty good recovery move by them, though. Awesome to see. Looking at news here, I definitely have the news up in the background, watching it. Go see CVS again. CVS, not X. I know CVS has been terrible. If you zoom out. Past few years. Short term, though, starting to recover. Always glad to see some good recovery action coming in. They recently just filled that gap, actually, and shot it up. Reddit's going crazy, Steve said. Thoughts on AMD? Reddit. Wow, Reddit. This is the big boy to watch today. 12% already. At that daily, they're coming back really well off of this base. Bounced off $100 recently, essentially. Mason surprised war isn't tanking the SPY. It doesn't really tank the market all that much. It does as time goes by. Let's, where's that data? Oh, I closed it from yesterday. Yeah, I can't either. I really couldn't believe that there was a green day yesterday either. That was pretty nuts in my eyes. I'm with you, Mason. Very strange. I really don't think that the majority of traders are out there buying that up. At least retail traders, I'm talking. MRK said Reddit back to 200. Holy shit, it might. It's already moved up 10 points here from open. 200, that'll take quite a while, though. Maybe not. $180 at least, I could see. If it starts to get up into this range. And it loves moving in this area. Look at how this same range, it had these crazy 3 red candles in the past. And now we're getting some crazy green candles going on in that same exact range. I love looking at ranges like that. I would think like at least to the top of the range where those other candles were starting, like somewhere around like 155. I'm sure 150 will come up first and probably be a little resistance, but man, yeah, I love the breakout here. This is a big range on Reddit. It loves moving in this range. Of course, there's going to be a more volatility intraday than this probably. It's probably not just going to go straight up all day. Although we could be surprised. But I would doubt it. The SPY is probably more concerned with Powell, Xavier said. I would agree. But I mean, the Israel-Iran conflict is going to be pretty huge here in the short term. I would say ultra short term. SPY might be a bit more worried about that. Whenever we look at like Jerome Powell's situation here, they already know that there's going to be like a pause this week. Right at 145, Mr. K said. Beautiful. 15%. Keeps it going. Throw up the Mag 7 real quick. Amazon's doing pretty good today. Look at Meta tanking down, though. Back under 700 this morning. Actually breaking under there. Wow, breaking under support at 700. Pretty rough. That's pretty brutal to see there. Dang. Breaking it down pretty good. Tesla too, actually, 1.5%. Look at all of them. Google starting to sell off. SPY selling off back under 600. Wow, Mag 7 starting to look nasty on the 1 minute candles here. Getting back down to below opening prices now for many of them. That's applying some good pressure on the SPY to the downside. Good morning, Demure. Good morning, good morning. How we doing? Happy Taco Tuesday, Demure. Unusual Whales just posted that Trump said, "I have not reached out to Iran for peace talks." That sounds good. I think that might be what did it. I don't know, maybe. Screenshot it real quick. Man, Tesla, everything tanked right there off that. Poor Tessie, 2.3%, looking gross. Microsoft, too. Some more sell-offs starting to hit, guys. Watch the VIX. Watch the VIX. It's starting to pop up quite a bit. VIX starting to move. Man, looking good here. I like this overall action. Nice sell-offs going on. VIX popping up. This is more of what we expect out of this environment. I still can't believe Trump is doing a cell phone. Just saw another headline for that. I see another piece of news that could be getting a lot of attention as well here, maybe causing some of this, downtrend. Yeah, I think that's pretty big news here. Qatar Energy instructed ships to remain outside Gulf until the day before loading. Otherwise, wait outside of the Straits of Hormuz, sources say. Sounds like they're getting pretty cautious there, but... no new headlines since then. Demir said he went to Waffle House. Who else went to Waffle House recently? Somebody else said they just went there too. Oh, it was you, Mason. Gotcha. Chill. That's pretty funny. You used to call me on my Trump phone. I didn't want to sing it, but I gave a very half-ass attempt. Also went to Buc-ee's. I haven't even been to one of those yet. The brisket sandwich was good. I gotta get one. That's the only thing I want to do there is get a brisket sandwich. Fried chicken. Yeah. The only thing that's kind of cool about it is that it's like a Walmart, right? The one by me called Wally's is huge. I can't believe how huge it is. Was there news on AMD and Amazon teaming up? Yeah, there was. There was some news on that, Tiger. I don't think it was confirmed. Let me triple check that nothing got confirmed this morning or anything. Okay, yeah. Not 100% confirmed yet again, but there's a lot of people looking at them to do or announce, let's say, a partnership or collaboration or something along those lines. Give me 1 second real fast. Gonna go grab a water. It's just right over here. Some beautiful water. All right. Buy the rumor, Tiger says. Amazon still coming back pretty good today, 0.3%. Rest is very shaky. That was a nasty candle on the SPY that sent it down to there on the 1 minute. I can't believe that popped back so quickly, but that's the volatility right now, the nature of it. Of course, still looking for more selling as the day goes. Morning, Tom. I remember I brought up issues with being flagged even though I had 25K in the account. Found out the 25K cannot include crypto. Oh, wow, okay. Wow, okay. I'm glad you told me, though. That's pretty cool. Thanks for coming back and telling us here. That's interesting. I did not know that, okay. I'll keep that in mind next time now. Wow, that kind of sucks, though. I can't believe that. The specs are quite abysmal for the cell phone, Jake said. Is it made in China? What were the specs? Did you see some specs, like with the RAM and the processor and all that? Uh-oh, Demir said his Instagram got permanently disabled. Uh-oh. Why is that? Is it because you had a... I'm assuming because he had a picture of a gun. Oh, he said it got hacked? Oh, I got you. I got you. I didn't know. I figured Instagram was okay with that stuff because I see that type of stuff all the time, but that was my first thought. I currently have a $29 phone. It's bound to be better than mine, Sean says. Yusu says this 25K PDT rule is just silly. Yeah, it kind of is. It's, you know, it's one of those things, like, I guess I kind of understand why. But then also at the same time, it's like, there's no restrictions against taking 25K and going and blowing it at the casino. So I don't know like why there has to be like restrictions on like day trading. It makes no sense to me. If they're like, oh well, you know, we want people to be safe, and or I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. It really, I can't make it make sense in my mind either, honestly. It'd be like, what if they told you at the casino if you didn't have 25K, you could only do 3 spins of roulette? That'd be pretty funny. You only get 3 spins within a 5-day period on roulette. Obviously, the market's way different than that, but I just can't fathom why. MU long, Tiger Woo says. Oh, Mason says, so if you lose 3, then you have no chance of getting it back. True. That is true. Yeah. Yeah, I get you with the limits. Oh, Demir said it told him he wasn't following community guidelines. It probably was the gun. That's funny. I hope it wasn't. I really hope it wasn't, but... Powell's here, moving back higher. Starting to bounce a little bit off 139 at least. That's solid to see. Man, the SPY roared all the way back. Touched the high of the day now. A lot of shakiness here so far at open. A lot of back and forth volatility in this range. Multiple touches at the top and honestly multiple touches of the $600 support as well. Trump administration said to consider crackdown on pharma ads. Oh, that sounds awesome. Please, no more ads about Ozempic or something, please. What is it? You the last person that needs Ozempic. Yeah, I know, right, Brain? Did I tell you guys that my sister takes Ozempic? My sister actually takes it. What the hell, Demir? Demir's on Epstein's list or something, I guess. What the hell? Robert says, Hood calls off 75. Thoughts? Let's see. Hood calls. $75 support coming up. Xavier said it's protein time. It's a little early for protein time today. Little early, Xavier. It is water time, though. Did you have a picture of that tank on there? Maybe, That's so weird, Demir. Maybe they thought your tank was a kid. ORCL. $215. Oracle 1.7% made a really nice comeback today. I gotta say, that was a pretty good recovery. Very nice. Go see Mickey D's flushing down. Pretty good to the downside again. Trump phone, no Wi-Fi 6 or 7, no 5G. Looks like an old Android. I also think it looks like an old Android, yeah. Sprinkle SARMs on his steaks? Oh no. Not the SARMs. I've had people tell me to take those before. I was like, Or the Liver King way. Didn't that guy die? Oh, not yet? Steve said, do you think First Solar is going to continue to drop? FSLR down 18% here. It looks like it's pulling back pretty good today. Let me go look at the daily. I think it could keep dropping based on what we're seeing on the daily chart. FSLR. I think there's a chance it could. Pretty brutal in the way it moved here. It's going to move strangely, though. Like, I wonder, it might actually come up for a couple days before getting more of a turnover going on. I could see something like that starting to play out.
Place my dreams among the stars while I'm standing on the pavement. Spinning around, lost and found, just trying to make a statement. Lift the weight off my shoulders, set me free. With the birds in the sky is where I'd like to be. Without gravity.
You knew you should have... I knew I should have bought that dip, Demir said. I can't believe how much the SPY is coming back off of it. If I'm being honest with you. The way it held 600 again was pretty awesome. It was nasty how it broke under there for a minute, but came right back. Pretty strange. Continues, though, to hold 600. KO, what's up? Good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Sean said, is it a Saul Goodman flip phone? That'd be funny. What if it was like an untrackable phone? That'd be the way. Trump said, not too much in the mood to negotiate with Iran. 2 minutes ago, that was said. Palantir, still recovering. Man, that's nice today. What a good dip buy on that one. Good dip buying opportunity, my gosh. Those of you that happen to catch it, looking great. I wonder how much it's going to get back. Probably up to around 142. I would doubt it gets much higher than that. Got within 40 cents here. Pretty V-shaped recovery, though. I mean, honestly, fully recovered. Back all the way to break even. Russia is to hold a phone call with China's President Xi to discuss the Middle East, apparently. See how that goes. Uh-oh. 2 oil tankers collided off the Strait of Hormuz. Two oil tankers collided off the Strait of Hormuz. The event does not appear to be security related, though navigation devices are being affected by scrambling due to the conflict in the Middle East, multiple sources say. Brain said, that is security related. What the fuck? Yeah, here's what it is. Guess it makes sense. Elon posted his drug test results on X. Oh no, that's kind of weird. Did he actually? That's a bit strange. It's a high score, isn't it? A personal best? That's pretty funny. She said it said negative all around, which makes it even more strange. Yeah, it'd be less strange if there was some positives in there, honestly. Little syntax errors. That's what you name the kid? Oh my god. Tesla 324. Speaking of Tesla, or Elon, man, just had a yawn. How's everybody doing today? Pretty good action so far in the market. Circle. When will Circle lose steam? Ooh, that's a tough one to say. Tough one to call on Circle. I personally feel like it's going to lose steam pretty soon. Sooner rather than later, I would say. Chaos is green today, so he's good. Or they're good. Nice. Sorry, I don't like to assume anymore. Everyone gets mad at me. GME, please. No problem. Here we go. Les. GME tanked after their earnings last week. Terrible. Autumn's hangry. I know that feeling, Autumn. Autumn's not themselves without a Snickers bar. $23.50 on GME, pretty big resistance. $23.50 coming up. Pretty interesting recent high. We can see that GameStop has been recovering up off the bottom pretty consistently. There's a fairly decent trend going on here. Not that it's going to follow the line. Well, it does follow it fucking perfect. I was going to say, not that it's following the line perfect, but it is actually following it dead nuts perfect, essentially. Yeah. Yep. Perfect. Following it in a great way. So far. I'm a little worried. You know, if it starts to give out under this, that's where I start to become a bit more negative on GameStop. And it looks like it got pretty close, honestly. Microsoft is staying in this channel it's been in for the past month. It kind of is, isn't it? Let's see. Let's go to the hourly. Past month. Yeah, it's been up here, stuck kind of, I guess we could call like 468 to like 480. Guess we can call it that. Sean said, maybe that's it. Powell just needs a Snickers. Let's mail him one so he can have it before the FOMC speech tomorrow. ASTS really trying to recover, Brain said. ASTS? AST Space Mobile, $40. Held up really well at 40. I'll tell you what, this looks like a pretty damn good setup, Brain. I would say my favorite of the day so far from what I've witnessed. Really do like this one. Really nice support at 40, coming up really well. We know ASTS likes to move. This is a pretty bullish setup, too. Like, even if we just go with the trend, you know, it's starting to break out above the trend, which is nice. You know, breaking the downtrend, so to say. This is pretty good. Pretty good little setup here with ASTS. I could see this resulting in a candle kind of like this one on a breakout, or this one, or maybe not that explosive. Maybe more like this, even. I could see a good candle, though, back up towards the recent high, if not even maybe a little higher, but looking at it on the daily, it's going to have to be a great recovery candle, though. To really break that high. Oh, wow, you have a great entry, Brain. 40.4, that looks awesome. APPS is up 42%. Digital Turbine. Checking out the daily chart of them, up to $7. Digital Turbine, APPS. 45%. Now that's pretty fire. Seems to be moving with some momentum, though. Definitely is. It's starting to actually turn over slightly, though, at 7, which kind of sucks for APPS here. If we could see a good re-break back above 7, that's where we could see some better action in my eyes. Tesla's going to have a big resistance to contend with here at 325 as it tries to recover. This is going to be a good first stop on the way up. Are we going to get a potential rejection there? Tough to say. I would not be surprised. SPY still looks pretty good, though. 601.50, can't lie. Looks pretty awesome as it rips up. Definitely the opposite, again, of like what I'm expecting with the SPY. I'm definitely looking for more downwards pressure. I'm going to be watching these resistances coming up very carefully. But understand, it seems like the SPY isn't caring all that much about the Middle East situation. And not that it has to, but it is something that I think would add a bit more fear into things here in the short term. But we're obviously seeing that it's not. So keep that in mind. I do think that there might be something that has like a random, hit here. But, uh-oh. Maybe this will do it. Look at this. Uh-oh. See if this happens here. See if this missile launch is a, if it gets action going or not. Maybe not. We'll see. SPY's still doing well. Brain said they were launching back and forth all night. I know, I'm thinking like maybe this will be the big launch that Iran was kind of saying that they would do. Not quite sure. This is why we up all night. All right, back to the watch list. I'll throw Reddit on there real fast. I can't believe the like Sunrun and Solar Edge are down like 40%. That's insane. 40%. SEDG. Wow. Those were just some massive pullbacks. No relief for them. Oh, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of things. Air raid sirens sound in Tel Aviv, they say. Tesla plans to shut down Model Y and Cybertruck production over the week of July 4th. Ooh, that sounds great for them. Let's just stop production for the whole week. I guess Elon don't care. Elon's got enough money, huh? LVWR is also back on the menu. Really? Livewire is back out there? No shot. 16%? No way. Yeah, it is. I guess it is back on the menu. We'll see if it can get going again here tomorrow. I think it's probably about done for today, but not terrible to keep on the radar for the rest of the day if we do get some better action. It's like Lumen last year. Demir's out. All right, Demir, sounds good. See ya. Have a great Tuesday. Watch out for more crazy news. Watch out for the Instagram police. Missed AMD, but got into Core Weave. CRWV. Core Weave, very nice. Good action today, at least. AMD 130 breakout. Wow. They're actually starting to break out like right now. Past couple minutes. Broke that double top on the day. There we go, AMD. Jake said their night is our day. I'm assuming you mean the Middle East. Yep. Gotcha, Jake. Will chasing AMD be good here for calls, Clow said. It could be. It could be, Clow. You know, of course, like nothing ever is 100% certain out there, but as it breaks 130, you know, there's been a lot of good momentum on AMD recently. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people looking to push this one up and continue to buy it up today. How's Tessie doing? Rejecting actually right where we thought it would. Pushing back down. What's up with Elon and Tesla today, Craig said. I just saw something a little while ago that said Tesla plans to shut down Model Y production for the Cybertruck. Well, sorry, they're shutting down Model Y and Cybertruck production for the week of July 4th. I don't know if that's going to necessarily be something that plays a huge role on Tesla to the downside, but other than that, I didn't see anything that sounded terrible. Missed that 128 break, Klaus said. AMD holding up pretty well so far. They're breaking 130. See if it can actually sustain itself without a major pullback mixed in. Probably get a lot of up and down action, of course, as the day progresses, but so far, pretty solid. I doubt it does what it did yesterday. That would be pretty wild. Little 10-point move. Little pullback starting to come in. We need a huge middle finger for FSLR. Steve's just complaining about him. First Solar. I can't believe how much they fell. I thought maybe they would get back down to like these recent lows, but not like just break right through there like they did. And even open low like that. That's crazy. Ryan, they're down because of the big, beautiful bill. I think that they're taking those tax credits away. Senate wants to end wind, solar tax credits by 2028. Tax breaks for wind and solar would start to be phased out in 2026, with investment receiving 60% of the value of the credit. In 2027, 20% of the value would be received, and in 2028, the credits would be completely removed, according to the draft bill. See, these solar stocks were recovering as traders were really thinking that the Senate was going to modify that bill or change the bill a little bit. That's what caused the uptrend in this red box. Within this red box, this recovery was because they thought maybe that there was going to be some edits to the bill to help them. And it looks like with the new updates to it, apparently not. So solar has potential. I think that the main thing here, Ryan, I don't think that it's necessarily made to like kill solar companies and to like send them all bankrupt or anything like that. I think that the main thing is that it's like, look, they've been getting these tax credits for a long time. If they're gonna sustain as a business, like, I guess it's like, how long do we just let them go for, you know? Before you finally phase something out. I mean, look at how long FSLR has been around. You know, they need to start getting some profits going or something, you know. I don't know, maybe this will help spur them to get some profits. That's now, I'm not saying that they're not profitable, but probably not. Let's see. But that's my main thing, is it's just like, you know, they've been getting them for a while. I'm curious to see if they do phase them out, what ends up happening. And then we also have to realize that, like, let's say in 2028, let's say that a Democrat gets in, they just put them right back in. You know, that's really, they would just put them right back in probably. So it's not going to be something that probably goes on forever, if we're being honest. It's a good conversation, though. I like that. I know, Xavier. Yeah, the big money trade with FSLR. They probably got caught out of nowhere with that one. I was thinking the same thing. Would have been best for them to take some profits. You know, let's triple check. Did they take some profits? I'm gonna go look. Sorry about that. No, they did not. They were still holding. Should have took profits, so I'm sure some of you guys scaled out a little bit on the way. Yeah, they are still in. Having it on your roof is way better. How often do you change your roof? I think you're supposed to change your roof like once every 10 or 20 years, right? New shingles anyways. I could see that being a big pain in the ass if there was like a storm, like a tornado. Like what I get here all the time. And like some hail like breaks the solar panels or something. Or if the wind like tears up the shingles, I bet it'd be a big pain in the ass to take the panels off to fix the shingles. I didn't think about that even. Maybe not, but... Mason said, yeah, solar won't work in the Midwest. Yeah, it's crazy with the tornadoes and the hail. I can't believe, like, everybody's siding around here got destroyed this year. Just holes in it. Just straight up holes. It looks like somebody shot it or something. Change the occasional panel or two, but no major issues. 30 years, damn. You have to clean them all the time? I didn't know that, Steve. There was like 3 houses all next to each other getting their roof and siding done at the same time after that one hailstorm. Man, it's crazy, Mason. If you drive around here, it's like every house still has it all, too, by me. Somehow ours didn't get it, luckily, but... That stuff was crazy. I was blown away by that. Tesla rejected really well at resistance, still kind of falling off. It got a little flat here the past 10 minutes or so. Pretty brutal, though, overall. So I always wondered this, Brain, like over there, do you guys have tornadoes? Is that a thing over there, or is that just like a... I only hear about them in the US, but there has to be more, right? Tesla coming back. All right, let's see if it can get through this resistance now. This is a big resistance. Let's see if it can try to contend. Well, I'm not asking for hurricane. Tornadoes aren't hurricanes, Brain. Those are actually different. You across the pond. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here, let me show you a tornado. You probably don't even know what it is. That's kind of funny. Look at what a tornado is, Brain. Could you imagine shit like this? What the hell's this? Always interesting with those. Haha, that's kind of funny, Brain. Everyone freaks out. Sounds like you do get them, though, sometimes. 532.40 on the QQQ. Really good support here. If this ends up giving out, you could probably go bearish, but seems like a pretty good spot. It's trying to hold right now. I do like this on the SPY as well, around 680 to 601. And then everyone's posting about it, how it knocked over a garden chair and how we will rebuild. Ryan watches storm chasers chasing him sometimes. I feel like the SPY looks like a tornado this morning. It's like SPY dropping hard, Jake said. Let's see. Looking at the news here, not seeing anything too crazy at the moment. Oh, just to troll Americans. Uh-oh. They're like a summer breeze. It's probably like a normal storm here for us. This SPY support, though, is pretty solid. Watch this area close. Crucial spot on SPY. Holding this is going to be critical for the SPY. Weather control. Let's go release some chemicals. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Autumn says them chemtrails. Been a little while since I heard about those. Condensation. I know. Man, Brain, I can't believe how that was such a big thing here. See, whenever it was 2016, that stuff was all over like YouTube and everything. It was crazy. There was all types of stuff like that out there. Man, it was nuts. Walmart was being turned into camps, and it was it was wild shit on the YouTube out there. I remember YouTube started taking it all down and everybody was pissed, but I guess they were right. Those people were definitely pushing some bullshit, sounded like. Yeah, that. Now, it wasn't just that. I mean, there were tons of things out there. Hell, we had the Planet X, we had the Walmart, we had the NATO, we had Obama's third term. How many weird things were going on around 2016? Pizzagate. Pizzagate's another one. Man, it was a wild time, I'll tell you. GLD news, Bucky's, what's up? GLD selling down quite a bit. I don't think that there's any gold-specific news. I think people might just be not as worried about this conflict, which honestly worries me a little bit. I can't believe that the GLD is moving down the way that it is personally, but I don't remember if he said that or not, Brain, with the clouds. I know that there were a lot of people though on that one. I wouldn't be surprised. That's funny, Brain. TSLA. Tesla. Still under key resistance here. Bank of America, BAC, pulling back quite a bit. Bounced around 44.70. Let's go see JP Morgan here. Pulling back a little bit as well. CRWV's dropping. Not surprised. SPY just broke through $680 support, guys. $680 just gave out. Not the best thing to see here. We could be starting to see a bit more of a shift on the SPY. Ultimately watching for more of like a drop towards 600 and ultimately a $600 breakdown at some point. I think that would be the best move and way to go today. Let's go look at CRWV drop. Pretty good rejection. Triple top almost at 164. Man, it really contended with that resistance multiple times. Just continues to show that it's a strong level there. Not getting the breakout like it has been lately. What about NMAX? Speaking of like weird news outlets, Newsmax. Looking at them today. %13.4%. Not the best movement there on Newsmax. Pretty good move today. 5.7, but they've been falling off so much recently. 11.59% is their average move. Sharknado? Oh my gosh. I haven't heard about that movie in so long. What about that Cocaine Bear? Wasn't that another one? Whoa. Could you guys hear my daughter? Hang on one sec. That's funny. Yes, she just like loves to scream now. She'll just sit out there and just start screaming nonstop. It's pretty insane. Ooh, SPY got under $600.80, but is continuing to try and bounce back. SPY, what do we got going here? Are you going to really recover? Let's see, let's see. Looking pretty good. It's chopping around here. Man, that SPY action, though, continues to hold up in the short term. We've seen it's been pretty bullish in the short term. You know, it continues to surprise. If we start to really, like, get down under this range, that's on. But as we can tell, it just keeps trying to hold here. Every time it breaks by a second and rips right back up and isn't really getting any sustainable action under there. I just see things that Israel and Iran continue to fire at each other. That's another headline just posted by Unusual Whales. Obviously not too crazy, but just figured I'd mention it. That is who it is, Brain. How'd you know? Let's go look at Yahoo Finance today, see what's up. Trump set to give TikTok last-minute reprieve. I don't think the Baron Trump wants Trump to take TikTok away. Roku got upgraded today? How are they moving? Not the best. Down 1%. Not very good for an upgrade, but they did good in pre-market, so I'll give them it. apps broke that $7 resistance. APPS. It did. Got right through it, actually. It started to actually do like a... It started to wedge there for a minute, and it's now breaking it. That's pretty fire there, Brain. Like a little bullish wedge. Pretty good action, though, out above there. Awesome. Dang headset. Sorry, guys. I have to buy some new earmuffs for my headset here. Too late to jump into apps. I don't think it's too late. It just broke that wedge. Hopefully it gets a little bit more action than that up and out of it. I will say, though, it's up 50%, so you're kind of playing with fire. You know, if you start to see a good pullback under 7, you can cut. That's one helpful thing there for you. Put a sock on it. For mine, you can just go to like Amazon and buy like Astro A50 like headphone replacements or a sock. That would look so bad. TSLA, really good rejection right there. That's my problem, Brain. That's what keeps happening to me. You guys would probably shit your pants, but I've had the same headset for 5 years. An Astro A50s, and they've worked pretty good for 5 years too, I can't lie. They used to have a problem every once in a while, but see, now I haven't had the problem again for like 3 months, so it's pretty funny. Nice. I like HyperX, too. I've always heard that they were the best ones as far as, like, not being overly expensive, too. Perfect. No way. That's hilarious. Just bought a mouse and it broke in 5 days. That's some bad luck there, bottom. Really bad luck. That 7.1 surround is really good. Oh, hell yeah. I just looked it up. That's what mine has, too. That's dope. Yeah, it does sound good. I definitely tested my older headsets. I had like an old Razer one, and I've had other headsets, of course. I've tested them. None sounded as good as this one. You bought a Razer and it broke in 5 days? That sucks. That's why I only buy Logitech now. All my Razer stuff broke too. Not after 5 days though, after like a year, but still. All right, ASTS, how we looking here? I know this one was getting kind of fun today with the wedge. Getting towards the end of it. As it gets towards the end of this wedge and $40, it'll be pretty interesting to see which way it ends up breaking out here. Turtle Beach never failed you? Nice. I had one of those for years. That was my first headset ever. Back whenever Modern Warfare 2 was out on the Xbox 360. The cord broke. Wow. Now, I didn't expect that to break. $139, $140 support. Palantir tried to recover up today, pulling back a little bit. Watch 140. It did bounce off 140 in after hours last night. That could be an area where if it does pull back more today, you know, you could be watching for a little dip buy opportunity there. Just maybe even watching for a hit off of it. Zavi just posted a picture in the Discord of somebody cut their mouse cord in half. That's funny. Trying to open it up. Look at this. This is what you did, Autumn. It says drug ads made up 24.4% of all advertising minutes on evening news broadcasts across major networks. And the Trump admin starting to pulling the pharma ads off there could be pretty big for, sounds like, cable TV and media in general. I've seen a lot of talk with this morning in general. Seen a lot of talk with that. That's quite a bit. Autumn. How is silver outperforming gold so much? SLV up 2.27%. Beautiful today. I know, I can't believe that gold is not moving very much right now. It's tough to say, Autumn. It had been, I would say, underperforming compared to gold, so You know, it's just coming back to reality. It doesn't necessarily move right with gold as we've seen recently. But holy shit, I gotta say, just this is mind-blowing with silver to see it moving the way it is. I honestly, like, did not think, well, obviously I think it's possible, but, you know, I've been trading since, like, 2016, 2017. This is pretty insane to see silver up around 33. Where's all the people calling for 50 bucks again? They're definitely happy right now. I'm messing up. I'm not going to see all the big money trades. It's hard to keep them all like in line and where you can see them all. So many on silver though. Let's see if there's any specific news. I know that there used to be some talk with silver, and silver sometimes would be said to maybe trade a bit more than gold, as it might be used more in, like, let's say electronics or something of that nature. Now, I'm not saying that that's necessarily always the case, but that, you know, I have heard that silver, with, like, let's say chips and things like that, might be, or just as tech advances, might be used a bit more. Of course, gold is actually used in chips too. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but gold is actually used in things. I'm gonna see if it's used in NVIDIA chips or not. Let's see. Yeah, it's a very key component, actually. I thought so. I was like 98% sure, but yeah, gold is a pretty key component as well. Silver's just good in everything, pretty much, I've heard, but you know, it's really good for electronics, of course. Xavier said gold is good for heat transfer and corrosion resistance. Interesting. Ooh, Jake's has a broken wheel. You should get that wheel on the Logitech mouse that I have that has the free wheel. Oh my god. I'll never buy a mouse that does not have the free wheel. Uh-oh. Intel's gonna lay off 50 to 20% of its factory workers. I don't know if that news came out earlier or not, but I just saw it for the first time.
That was my first and last mistake. I'm blue without your face. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come.
By the G502, yeah. Yeah, mine doesn't do that, Brain, but I don't know. You don't think that there's any shot that, like, it could have been dirty in there or anything after 4 years? I've had mine for about 4 years, so maybe 5. You got your protein shake ready? All right, it's protein shake time. Quick intermission, guys. Quick intermission. We'll be right back. I'm going to throw up the Mag 7 setup, which is actually coming back quite freaking well here. Microsoft popping back. Google. I mean, we're seeing a lot of little recoveries out of the Mag 7. SPY back above 601. $600.50 held. It started the trade back into the range and popped right back up through now again. Again, the bulls continue to like win on spot. All right, be right back. Protein time.
And this can be the end. I won't just settle for being your friend. A broken bond is not too late to mend. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. She said, boy, I want you to walk right, so I can give you one more chance. You're only living in your damn head. Without you by my side, I can't survive. Cause without you by my side, I can't survive.
All right. Got our protein in and we are back. You're doing shake number 2. There you go. Are those workers overseas or USA? I'm assuming the US. I'm not quite sure there. That's a good question. SPY trying to bounce off 650, 680, still holding. Wow. Looks like it might try to make a push towards the high of the day now. Ended up holding. Kind of strange. Too much back and forth right now, honestly. Too much back and forth. AMD right on support. Let's do a little setup here. Any good day trades today, Craig said? AMD trying to bounce off support here. Now, I don't really love the setup here. Someone asked me about it. For the most part, a lot of good rips out of the growth stocks. Again this morning, I mean, if you're not sticking there, I don't know where you'd be catching a lot of these day trades. Maybe if you're going after like the SPY support touch, something like that, could be something to look at. Of course, now it's a little bit too late. Let's go see MU. MU starting to come up a little bit off the dip. Qualcomm, maybe. QCOM, not terrible either. Cleveland Cliffs. CLF is roaring back to life. They look like they could be a good opportunity today. CoreWeave was pretty interesting earlier as they were at resistance. They definitely dipped back down right to support again. What do we think? Getting back to resistance? Tough one there. Oklo more downside, Brain says. You think so? A little bit. How about oil stocks? Oxy starting to bounce back. Honestly, the oil stocks look pretty good. I like the way Oxy is dipping, a potential dip buy situation here for oil. Look at ZOM actually starting to push the high of the day. I actually like the way these oil stocks are looking here for a potential breakout as the day goes. And look at ZOM. It's actually like on a big resistance. It's been testing 3 days in a row now. This is a very interesting setup with ZOM. I like this for a potential breakout today for sure. Could be a good opportunity. Not sure if you'd want to catch it here and try to hold it throughout the day, waiting for the run and just like stop out under 114. Could be an opportunity in that. You know, good double bottom as well. So like, you know, stop out if it breaks under that. Really not a terrible way to go. He said ZOM. That's funny. Zombies. Palantir, $100.40. Palantir might end up being a good dip buy at some point of the day, too. It's pretty close to support now. I saw someone in Discord said Boeing's moving. Holy shit, it is. Boeing is definitely moving. Wow. JetBlue stock falls after CEO warns of additional flight cuts. That might have been earlier. Lots of news about the ECB's Villeroy talking about euro rate policy decisions and things of that nature. I'm not seeing any Boeing specific news though, although we'll probably get it coming soon. Here it is. Okay. Yep. The safety test did not reveal anything bad for Boeing. Man, that really caused Boeing to pop back, though. That $200 support held up beautifully. That was pretty crazy. That's insane. Defeat the Night, JPB. I just Googled it. It doesn't even tell me what song it is. Sorry about that. I couldn't even tell you. Steve said, I don't know how you guys can hear the music. I must be deaf. Is the music too soft? I didn't want to have it too loud, but... It's actually hard to drag the slider to make it perfect each time. Boeing, though, I guess it's just going to consolidate a little bit now, but great PA there. That was pretty wild. I'm surprised these people weren't posting this stuff about Boeing on the, like on X. None of the X people have really posted about it. Funny enough. Thinkorswim News got us this time. Although Reuters cited it, but... We actually have a nice Reuters here. Stuff's crazy to read about out here. Just even going to Reuters and reading the first few headlines is like, it's like sickening. Sean said Peloton is getting B-slapped. Wow, 8% Peloton. Haven't checked in on them in a couple weeks, Sean. Wow, they really did. Cleveland Cliffs. Nice 5% action today. CLF. 770. I mean, it's not like it's up a shit ton relatively to how much it's been moving lately, but it's definitely up quite a bit. I'm watching 770 resistance close. I mean, that's the high of the day. It has rejected there in the past too, especially the past few days. It'd be huge for it to get back up to 8, and I think it could end up getting to 8. So keep your eyes on CLF. Looks pretty fire. There was news with U.S. Steel and Nippon yesterday where the deal got approved. They'd been talking about possibly doing that. I believe that Trump okays it. Hand in your exercise spikes. It's all over. I still can't believe how much those things cost. Excuse me, guys. Sorry, I try not to do that on here, but my mic doesn't mute. I couldn't click the button in fast. That's kind of what I thought, Jake. I always try to make sure it's at a decent enough, but over 1 million premium and GE calls.
I place my dreams among the stars while I'm standing on the pavement. Spinning around, lost and found, just trying to make a statement. Lift the weight off my shoulders, set me free. With the birds in the sky is where I'd like to be. Without gravity to hold us.
Steve said I was impulse buying more. Lotto play on RBNE on watch. Let's see. Mr. Wu said that. RBNE. Robin Energy. Okay. RBNE. Looking at the daily. Another wild one, Mr. Wu. Brain fears a sell-off coming in soon. Are you talking about on the SPY? Because I definitely am worried about a sell-off as well. While the Bulls have been winning today, I definitely am fearful that there will be more of a sell-off in the short term. I'll just say it over and over. It's getting too spicy for you on APPS. The apps. Endless apps. Tuesdays at Applebee's or Chili's or something. I don't know. I thought there was something weird like that I heard all the time on the TV. Tesla sold off really hard after touching resistance. Wow. That ended up being pretty crazy. $320 coming up. Wow, right to the low of the day again for another test. Bounced right off 325. I guess the people who went bearish off that resistance are feeling happy right now. Tesla shareholders are probably not very happy to see the sell-off starting to continue. Looking at the daily chart, Tesla's stock had recently ripped up a little bit right to resistance. I'm a little nervous that it's going to start selling off a bit more. Breakfast taco sounds good. McDonald's sausage burrito. Let's go check in on General Motors and Ford one more time. I know they're kind of consolidating on the daily at their recent high, so I've been watching and waiting to see how they'll start to develop, maybe catch some action. All right, Boeing, let's check. Whoa, and Boeing right back down. That was quick. Yeah, I don't see any other news as of why it would die like that, but definitely pulled back really hard from that good news from their crash recently. Halted. Is RBNE halted? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, it is halted. RBNE halted. Wow. Guess we're not going to wait all 5 minutes, but sheesh, that's crazy there, Mr. Wu. Juan said pop and pull, rug pull. Tessie, still looking terrible here. I know it's still around that same level it was a second ago, but if it starts to sell off below here, it's going to get pretty nasty looking on the turnover. It's actually, you know what it's doing? It's starting to slide off. We all know about sliding off. And the reason why is that we're getting these periods where it slides off and then it jumps back up. It slides off again. And then jumps back up and then slides off again. There it goes. New low of the day. Sliding down. Applying some pressure to SPY, which is back under 650. It actually broke the high of the day slightly. Still under our key. 602 resistance, though. Still under resistance. Very choppy. Definitely still leaning down. 100% still leaning down. How's NVO? You know, the guys that make the Ozempic and the Wegovy, I believe it is. They're starting to pull back the past few days. Uh-oh, maybe NVO will provide a buying opportunity. Alrighty, guys, we're probably going to call the stream there. I appreciate everybody joining up today on Taco Tuesday, though. Thanks for being here, of course. If you guys need anything, definitely let me know in the Discord. $100%. Check out SoundHound really quick. Watch SPY as it starts to sell off a bit more. Have a great rest of the day. Thank you guys for all the nice words and comments and being here as always. Love it. You guys make this community what it is. Let's keep it going. Hope you guys have a great one.